Welcome dear student in SWAYAM course. Course name is Determinant of Quality Life. Today we will discuss emotional intelligence under the topic Miscellaneous Determinant of Quality of Life. Content of these modules are Introduction, definition of concept of emotional intelligence, types of emotional intelligence, component of emotional intelligence, importance of emotional intelligence, theories of emotional intelligence, how to improve emotional intelligence for quality of life, emotional intelligence crucial for mental well-being and social harmony. Learning outcome. At the end of this lesson, the learner will be able to define emotional intelligence and explain its significance in both personal and professional contexts for quality of life. Identify and describe the key component of emotional intelligence, including self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Compare and analyze major theories of emotional intelligence such as the ability model, mix model, and trait model. Discuss the importance of emotional intelligence in the field of education and the workplace. Highlight its role in effective teaching, learning, and leadership. Suggest strategies for developing and improving emotional intelligence such as mindfulness, self-reflection, empathy training, and emotional regulation technique. Evaluate the impact of emotional intelligence on mental well-being and social harmony, emphasizing its role in building emotional, healthy individual and inclusive communities. Introduction. Emotional intelligence is a vital concept in the realm of human development. It refers to the ability to identify, understand, manage, and use emotion positively to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. In today's world, where social and interpersonal challenges are on the rise, understanding emotional intelligence becomes crucial. For teachers and future educators, emotional intelligence is essential not just for personal well-being but also to foster emotionally supportive classroom. Emotional intelligence or emotional quotient is often seen as equally important as IQ, intelligence quotient, in determining success in life. It entails recognizing your own emotional state and that of others and responding to them appropriately. Emotional intelligence helps us build a stronger relationship, succeed at school and work, and achieve our career and personal goals. It is the foundation for critical life skills such as empathy, communication, and conflict resolution. Definition of emotional intelligence given by Daniel Goleman in 1995. Emotional intelligence is the capacity for recognizing our own feeling and those of others, for motivating ourselves and for managing emotions well in ourselves and in our relationship. Mayerens Salovey in 1997 defined that emotional intelligence involves the ability to perceive accurately, appraise and express emotion, to assess and or generate feeling when they are facilitate thought. These definitions underscore the interplay between emotions and rational thinking and highlight emotional intelligence as a measurable and developable skills. Concept of emotional intelligence involves more than just handling emotions. It combines emotionally awareness with the ability to apply that awareness in various contexts. Emotional intelligence integrates both emotional and cognitive aspects of human functioning in an educational context. It affects how students and teachers interact, manage stress, and make academic and social decision. Types of emotional intelligence. Interpersonal (EI) emotional intelligence involves self-awareness, self-regulation and motivation. It reflects how well an individual understands and manages their own emotion, that is the understanding the self. I will discuss in other module. Interpersonal emotional intelligence involves empathy and social skills. It determines one's ability to interact with others effectively, understand their emotions and build meaningful relationships. This classification helps us understand emotional intelligence as both a personal and social construct. Component of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence consists of several key components that work together to help individuals understand, use and manage emotions effectively. These components not only influence personal well-being but also impact relationship, communication and decision making in educational and workplace environment. Component of emotional intelligence, that is the self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize, understand one's moods, emotions and drives, as well as their effect on others. It involves honest self-reflection and understanding personal strength and weakness in the classroom. Self-aware teachers can regulate their responses and create more positive environment. People with high self-awareness are able to accurately perceive how their feelings affect their thoughts and behavior. This component allows individuals to pause and reflect on their emotional responses rather than reactive impulsivity. Self-awareness fosters personal growth by helping individuals understand their emotional patterns and how they influence relationships. For example, a teacher who is self-aware may notice feelings of frustration arising in a challenging classroom situation and choose to respond calmly rather than reacting harshly. Key aspects of self-awareness are emotional self-awareness, accurate self-assessment and self-confidence. Self-regulation is the second component of emotional intelligence. Self-regulation is the ability to control or redirect disruptive impulse and moods. It involves thinking before acting and being open to change. This skill is crucial for managing stress, resolving conflicts, and maintaining a calm demeanor under pressure. Technique for self-regulation: mindfulness and breathing exercise, journaling, reframing negative thoughts. One component is motivation. Motivation refers to the internal drive to achieve goals and persist in the face of setback. Emotionally intelligent people are generally more productive and effective in whatever they undertake. Traits of emotionally intelligent motivations are passion for work, commitment to goals, initiative and optimism. In education, motivated individuals are better learner and teacher. Empathy. Empathy is the capacity to understand and feel what another person is experiencing. It is the core of emotional intelligence, especially in interpersonal relationship and education. Empathetic educators can connect with students' emotional states, leading to better learning outcomes. Empathy includes active listening, sensitivity to non-verbal cues, cultural and emotional responsiveness. Social skills as a component of emotional intelligence. Social skills are the tools we use to communicate and interact with others. These include both verbal and non-verbal communication, conflict resolution, and collaboration and leadership, as I discussed in earlier modules. Educators with strong social skills fosters cooperative learning and positive student behavior. Key skills of social skills are effective communication that I discussed in detail in previous PPT, relationship building and influence and leadership. Importance of emotional intelligence in education. Emotional intelligence supports better teacher-student relationship, improve student performance, enhance classroom management, reduce bullying and emotional distress. Emotional intelligence helps create an emotionally secure environment that promotes holistic learning and well-being. In workplace, emotional intelligence is highly valued in professional environment. It leads to improved teamwork and collaboration, conflict resolutions, greater job satisfaction, leadership effectiveness. Professionals with high emotional intelligence tend to the better at handling workplace stress and building meaningful network. Theories of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is explained through several prominent theories, each offering unique perspective on how emotion influence human behavior and cognition. Understand these theories help us grasp the complexity of emotional intelligence and its practical applications. The theories are Goldman's model in 1995 discussed the 5 core areas of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Mayer and Salovey abilities model in 1997 discussed 4 branches: perceiving emotions, using emotions, understanding emotions, and managing emotions. Baran model in 2006 include the emotional and social competency like stress tolerance, impulse control, and interpersonal relationship. Importance of these theories. They provide framework for assessing emotional intelligence in educational, workplace, and clinical setting. They help design training program to improve emotional skills. Offer insight for mental health, professional and support emotional development and well-being. Guide leaders and educators to foster emotionally intelligent environment. How to improve emotional intelligence? By practice mindfulness and meditation, by regular self-reflection and journaling, develop emotional vocabulary, seek constructive feedback, engage in empathetic communication, participate in emotional intelligence training and workshop. Improving emotional intelligence is a continuous process involving self-awareness and social interaction. Managing emotions. Managing emotions involves recognizing emotional triggers, controlling emotional responses, and expressing emotions constructively. Educators must model emotional control to influence student behavior positively. Strategies include taking a pause before responding, naming emotions, deep breathing, talking it out with a trusted person. Empathy, a core skill of emotional intelligence. Empathy allows individuals to connect with others on the emotional level. It fosters kindness, patience, and understanding, which are critical in both personal and professional life. In classroom, empathy helps educators address student needs more effectively. Forms of empathies are cognitive empathy, understanding other perspectives; emotional empathy, feeling others' emotions; and compassionate empathy, taking action to help. Interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills involve effective communication, active listening, negotiation, and teamwork. These are vital for collaboration in educational and organizational setting, and these are discussed earlier in the separate modules. Interpersonal skills The essential skills of interpersonal skills are clarity in expression, listening without interrupting, respectful feedback, understanding group dynamic. Emotional intelligence, crucial for mental well-being and social harmony. Emotional intelligence plays a vital role in maintaining and enhancing mental health as well as promoting social harmony. It equips individuals with the skills to understand and regulate their emotions effectively, leading to improved psychological resilience and social interaction. Emotional intelligence enhances emotional resilience, lowers stress, and leads to better psychological health. It contributes to reduce anxiety and depression, enhance self-esteem, better coping mechanism, greater societal cooperation and harmony. By developing emotional intelligence, educators contribute to building inclusive and emotionally healthy classrooms and communities as promoted in NEP 2020. Mental well-being. Emotional intelligence helps individuals manage stress, anxiety and depression by allowing them to recognize emotional triggers and respond appropriately. Higher emotional intelligence correlates with increased self-esteem and more positive self-image. Emotionally intelligent individuals are better at coping with adversity and recovering from emotional setback. That is the emotional resilience. Emotional intelligence encourages healthy expression of emotions, reducing the likelihood of emotional suppression, which can negatively affect mental health. It supports mindfulness and emotional regulation practices, fostering calmness and mental clarity. Social harmony. Emotional intelligence enhances empathy, enabling better understanding and appreciation of diverse perspectives, culture, and background. It fosters effective communication, reducing conflict and misunderstanding in social and professional settings. Individuals with high emotional intelligence are more skilled in conflict resolution, negotiation, and collaboration, which are essential for peaceful coexistence and conflict resolution. Emotional intelligence promotes pro-social behavior such as kindness, patience, and cooperation, contributing to stronger and more supportive communities. Educators with high emotional intelligence create emotionally safe and inclusive classroom environment, modeling positive social behavior for students. That is the need of NEP 2020. Take-home messages of these modules are: emotional intelligence refers to the ability to perceive, understand, manage, and utilize emotions effectively in oneself and others. Emotional intelligence encompasses skills like empathy, self-awareness, self-regulation, and social skills and motivation, all of which contribute to personal and interpersonal success. Emotional intelligence is often categorized into personal competence as self-awareness and self-management, and social competence as social awareness and relationship management. Key components include self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Emotional intelligence is crucial for effective communication, conflict resolutions, leadership, and overall well-being. It enhances relationships and fosters resilience in handling stress and challenges. Theories include Daniel Goleman's model focused on self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills, and Salovey and Mayer's model highlighting the ability to perceive, use, understand, and manage emotions. Improving emotional intelligence involves self-reflection, mindfulness practices, active listening, seeking feedback, and developing emotional literacy and empathy. High emotional intelligence correlate with better mental health outcome, reduce the stress and improve interpersonal relationship, contributing to overall social harmony and personal fulfillment. And thank you.